There comes a moment in life when everything feels blurry. Your motivation fades, your direction disappears, and suddenly you're standing in the middle of a path you don't recognize. If you're feeling lost right now, listen closely. This story might be exactly what your soul needs, because what you're going through is not the end. It's the beginning of something powerful. And sometimes you must lose yourself to find who you truly are. Today's story is about a man who hit rock bottom in a way most people never recover from. But what happened next changed his entire life, and it could change yours too. Take a deep breath. Focus for the next few minutes, because this story might guide you back to yourself. There was a man named Rohit, a man whose life once looked perfect from the outside. He had a stable job, a supportive family, a planned future. The kind of life society says you should be proud of. But on the inside, he felt nothing. Every morning he woke up with a heavy heart. Every night he went to bed feeling like he wasn't living his own life. He was breathing, but not living. Moving, but not growing. Existing, but not alive. Still, he pretended everything was fine. Until one day, everything fell apart. His company announced restructuring. In a single email, he lost the job he worked 7 years for. The paycheck stopped, the future he planned collapsed, and for the first time in his life, Rohit felt completely lost. He watched his life break, piece by piece. He stopped talking to friends, stopped going outside, stayed in his room staring at the ceiling for hours, wondering, what is the purpose of my life now? One evening, when he couldn't handle the pressure anymore, Rohit left his house and walked aimlessly until he reached a quiet hill behind the city. He sat under an old tree and cried for the first time in years. That's when an elderly man approached him, a stranger with calm eyes, holding a walking stick. He sat beside Rohit and said softly, "Young man, everything in life is preparing you for something you can't see yet." Rohit wiped his eyes and replied, "How? I've lost everything. My job, my direction, my purpose." The old man smiled gently. "Then maybe you didn't lose your purpose. Maybe you lost a path that wasn't meant for you." Rohit looked confused, so the old man continued, "Let me tell you a story. Many years ago," the old man said, "I was a successful engineer. High salary, big office, everyone respected me. But inside, I was empty. Until one day, I made a small mistake at work and everything crashed. I lost my job, my reputation, my confidence, everything. But instead of hiding, I traveled. One day, I reached a remote village deep in the mountains. There, I met a group of children who had no school, no teacher, no opportunity. They didn't ask for money. They didn't ask for gifts. They asked me, 'Can you teach us something?' That one question changed my life. He started teaching those children using stones, sticks, and the ground as a blackboard. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into years. The children grew. Their lives transformed. And that small village became home. Then he said something that shook Rohit's heart. Sometimes life removes what is wrong so you can find what is right. Rohit felt his chest tighten. The old man looked into his eyes and said, "Being lost is not a punishment. It's a transition. It is life's way of shaking you awake." That night, Rohit didn't go home the same person. Something inside him shifted. He realized he was not lost. He was simply living a life he wasn't meant to continue. The next morning, instead of applying for random jobs, he asked himself, "What would I do if fear didn't control me?" The answer surprised him. He always wanted to help people build better resumes, better careers, better confidence. So he started small. A simple post online. Free resume reviews for anyone struggling. At first, only a few people responded, but his guidance helped them. They got jobs. They recommended him to others. Slowly, his inbox filled. People from everywhere asked for help. What began as a small act turned into a side income, then into a service, then into a full business. Within a year, Rohit built a career consultancy that helped hundreds of young people find jobs, confidence, direction, and purpose. He made more income than his old job, but more importantly, for the first time in his life, he felt alive. He felt useful. He felt guided. He felt found. Why did I tell you this story? Because maybe you're standing in the same place right now, feeling lost, feeling confused, feeling like life has abandoned you. But hear this carefully. You're not lost. You're being redirected. You're being prepared. You're being transformed. Life closes doors because you're walking towards a dead end. Life breaks you so the real you can emerge. Sometimes losing yourself is the only way to find your true path. Being lost is not the end. It's the beginning. So if you feel lost right now, don't panic. Don't run. Don't numb the pain. Sit with it. Understand it. Let it guide you. Because you are not broken, you're unfolding. You are not late, you're aligning. You are not failing, you are transforming. Life is not pushing you down. It is preparing you for something bigger. You just haven't seen the full picture yet. But one day, you will look back and say, "Now I understand why everything had to happen the way it did." You will return stronger, clearer, wiser, and more alive than ever before. You're not lost. You're on the path of finding yourself.